Jimbo's Garage.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to Jimbo's Garage. Well, I got something different for you this week. My editor Dane was over here over the weekend and said that he was down in Venice Beach, California the other day and had rented a longboard and was using that to ride up and down the boardwalk, and he thought that was pretty cool. And he asked me if there's any possible way that I think that I might be able to make one. I've never done anything like that before, but I thought I'd give it a try. So let's get started. All right, so I started out with a 5 foot by 5 foot piece of 1/4 inch thick Baltic birch plywood. Now this board's roughly going to be 9 inches wide and about 44 inches long. So I'm starting and cutting them about 10 inches wide, give me a little bit of room. We're going to actually be gluing 3 of these pieces together to create about 3/4 of an inch thick. Once I got the 3 pieces cut at 10 inches, I measured out what I needed, about 45 inches again. Took it over to my miter saw and cut off the length I needed to actually give me a little bit. So here I have to build a curve into this board that's going to kind of stay, and so I'm gluing everything together. And it's real important that the glue that you put on here covers every square inch, every corner, every edge. And I did this on both sides and both ways on these boards right here to be sure I had enough. I didn't want to have any gaps or anything that would be coming that would be visible from the outside after I cut everything that I needed to length and size. So you can see I was very thorough about spreading that on. Once I got everything spread on like that, I just put a 50-pound box of nails right in the center, and you can see I've got a 1-inch piece of square tubing on each end, and that's what's creating the arc, if you will, the arch, I should say. And then I grabbed about every possible clamp that I could find in my shop, and you know, I've got all kinds of different variations of those, and here's what it is. Everything I could find to clamp everything nice and tight all the way around. I just didn't want any gaps. I didn't want anything to come apart. I just wanted to be assured that everything was nice and tight and glued. And you can see the arch that's in there. I left that to dry overnight. Meanwhile, this is the piece of plan paper. That's all it is. I have a lot of blueprints from the work that I do, and this is a piece that was left over, and I'm sketching out the actual template, the shape of the board here. And I looked online and saw several different variations and shapes, and this one seems to be, you know, a popular shape, if you will. Again, I'm an old school guy. I've never seen anything like this, but this seems to be the thing. So I just decided this is the way I wanted to go. This is the route that I wanted to go. It seems to be the more popular one. So, you know, in terms of getting radiuses and trying to make everything work, you can see I just grabbed everything that I had to get. I could, you know, saw blades and paint cans to create the shape that I was looking for. And of course, everything is measured out accurately, so it's all even on both sides. I just use a Sharpie right here to darken the edge all the way around, so when I cut it out, I've got a clean visual line to go from, and here it is. I just got an X-Acto knife right here and went all the way around and just cut the template out. So here it is. We took all the clamps off, got all these clamps off. This is the next day, and you can see how the you know, the shape just, it stayed right in there, and I'm quite surprised. I've never done anything like this before, and that is solid right there. There's no flex at all in that board. It's done. That's pretty impressive. Well, this is just some adhesive, spray adhesive that I sprayed on and stuck on the template and took it over to the bandsaw. Now I gotta say I got a little lazy right here. I've got that. I had recently changed a blade out of my bandsaw to a 3/4 inch blade, and that doesn't cut tight radiuses at all. And I didn't want to change it out just to cut this out because I got another project I'm doing with it right now. But anyways, I cut out what I could, and that worked out pretty good. Then just finished it up with a jigsaw right here, which worked out pretty good. As you can see, just went around the template all the way around, and it turned out to be a nice clean cut. Once that was done, I just grabbed this palm sander and sanded out all the blade marks and you know, that I had from the bandsaw and the jigsaw. I wanted to somewhat smooth things up, and then when I did, I just took my palm router with a 1/4 inch rounding over bit, went around both sides. Now here I'm drilling out for the trucks. I'm getting ready to mark that. Now, I don't know where these things go. I just was looking at a board online, and it looked like they were mount right about in this area. I don't know if they're special dimensions or whatever, but it looked like it fit nice and square in there and worked out pretty good. And this is the design I'm using for the bottom of the board. I thought it'd be just something a little different. I grabbed about 20 or 30 of my stickers right here and just covered the whole bottom of the board. Now, these are vinyl stickers, so they're pretty thick and glossy, and actually made for a pretty good finish. And I don't know, just something a little bit different. I just thought it was kind of cool. Finishing sticking the stickers on and then going around with an X-Acto knife and just trimming everything up. That actually worked out better than I thought. Now for the top side, I just wanted to have some sort of grain look, wood grain look. I didn't know what to do, so I just grabbed a 2-inch, the center of the board, and just 2 inches wide, and stained that with some stain that I had. And once I did that, I just mixed up some 2-part epoxy and spread that in that area right there. I wanted to have a nice, durable, glossy finish, wet look that would be durable. And once that dried, this is just the grip tape. This is all that's left. I just cut it on a 45. That was the same angle. It was on the top of the board. And before I did that, though, I realized that I better put the trucks on, because the grip tape is going to go over top of the bolts. It's going to hold the trucks and wheels on. So this is a pretty cool set right here. I ordered this online for about 35 or 40 bucks, and that nice wide trucks and really nice wheels. Pretty cool. So I just bolted everything on and tightened everything up as snugly as I could. And once I got all that done, the only thing left was to put the grip tape on. And there you go. So the grip tape is on. I just finished it up with an X-Acto knife all around the edges and trimmed it up, and it turned out pretty good. It's not too bad for my first time at it. Okay, well there it is. The longboard is complete. This is something that you could probably purchase online for, I don't know, $50, $60, $70, $80, but really, what fun would that be? Nothing like building something yourself. It turned out pretty good. I'm pretty pleased with the way this turned out. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe.
See you next time on Jimbo's Garage.